Anya. Sharma stood tall, her dreams shattered. After grueling months of Hell Week, surf torture, and relentless physical and mental challenges, she was being kicked off the SEAL team. The reason? Lacks the killer instinct, her commanding officer, Captain Wallace, had stated coldly. He saw her empathy as a weakness, a liability, in the high-stakes world of special operations. The all-male team around her remained silent, some with a flicker of sympathy, others with a hint of satisfaction. For Anya, it was a devastating blow. She had pushed her body and mind to their absolute limits, proving she could keep up with, and often surpass, her male counterparts. But it wasn't enough. As she packed her gear, a deep sense of injustice burned within her. She recalled the countless hours spent studying tactical manuals, mastering every weapon, and learning multiple languages. She wasn't just physically capable. She was a strategist, a thinker. Her instructors had praised her innovative solutions during training exercises, her ability to think several steps ahead. But Captain Wallace only saw what he wanted to see, a woman who did UNT fit his rigid, outdated mold of a SEAL warrior. He dismissed her calm, analytical approach as hesitation, her compassion as a fatal flaw. Just as she was about to leave the base, a junior officer intercepted her. "Ensign Sharma, Admiral Vance wants to see you. Now." Confusion mixed with a sliver of hope. Admiral Vance was a legend, the highest-ranking officer in Naval Special Warfare Command. What could he possibly want with a washout? Walking into his office, the air was thick with tension. Captain Wallace was already there, looking smug. Admiral Vance, a man whose presence commanded respect, sat behind his desk, an opened file in front of him. It was her file. Captain Wallace, the Admiral began, his voice low and steady. "You've recommended Ensign Sharma for dismissal on the grounds that she lacks the killer instinct." Wallace nodded confidently. The Admiral continued, his eyes fixed on the file. "I've been reviewing her record. Graduate top of her class at an excelled in every aspect of Bud-S training. Fluent in 4 languages, including Farsi and Pashto. Her tactical simulation scores are the highest we've seen in a decade." He paused, letting the words sink in. Wallace's confidence began to waver. Admiral Vance then turned a page. During the final hostage rescue simulation, every other candidate breached the main entrance, resulting in a 40% casualty rate among the simulated hostages. Ensign Sharma, however, identified a structural weakness in the building's ventilation system, a detail everyone else missed. She led her team through a silent, unconventional entry, neutralized all hostages and rescued every single hostage without a single casualty. That's not a lack of killer instinct, Captain, with their superior intelligence and control. The Admiral's gaze hardened as he looked at Wallace. "We're not building a team of mindless brutes. We're building a team of intelligent, adaptable operators. We need warriors who can think, not just shoot." Her empathy isn't a weakness, it's a tool. It allows her to understand the enemy, to predict their moves, to connect with local populations in ways you can't even imagine. He then closed the file with a sharp snap that echoed in the silent room. Turning to Anya, Admiral Vance's expression softened. "Your file also mentions your grandfather, Sergeant Major Sharma, a decorated war hero who earned the Medal of Honor for saving his platoon by negotiating a ceasefire, not by firing a single shot." Stood up, walked around his desk, and stopped directly in front of Anya. He looked her in the eye. And in a move that stunned everyone in the room, he raised his hand in a sharp, crisp salute. "Ensign Sharma," he said, his voice filled with respect. "Welcome to the SEALs. We're going to need leaders like you." Anya's eyes welled with tears, but she stood straighter, returning the salute with a newfound sense of purpose. She wasn't just a SEAL. She was the future of the SEALs.